Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming my Sephora 2022 recommendations video for the fall Sephora sale. So if you guys like Sephora videos, if you like to hear what products I think you should pick up during this sale, if you want to see my wish list, my basket, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I post about 3 to 4 beauty videos every week and I'd hate for you to miss it, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, it is one of my favorite times of the year. It is time for another Sephora sale, and I did go ahead and round up some of my favorite things that I've bought this year so far. I feel like this time around, it's a little bit of a weird feeling. Like, I don't have a ton of things I want because typically if there's something new that I want to try, I'll buy it. I'm not going to wait for the sale. And one of you were so kind and hooked me up with a friends and family discount code, so I did shop a little bit then as well. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, it's a good time of the year to stock up on some things. If you've been waiting, it's a great time to get 20% off. So let's go ahead and get into my recommendations. So I did write myself a list, and just so you guys know, I did my best, but I didn't want this video to be too long. I have a whole Sephora VIB sale playlist, so if you're looking for content that you want to binge, highly recommend checking out that playlist. So I just went through and did like hair, skincare, face, lips, and eyes. So let's start off with my hair recommendation. The one thing I wanted to mention to you guys is something that I tried for my hair, which is the Olaplex number 4. It's their clarifying shampoo. Mine is in my shower, so I'm just gonna put up a picture for you guys, but I really like this shampoo because I have a very oily scalp. I don't use it every time I wash my hair. Typically I rotate, so I'll use it like every other week when I wash my hair. I've been trying to train my hair so that I wash it less, so I typically will wash my hair once a week, and that's just what works for me right now with my lifestyle. And even before I was a mom, I would try and go as long as possible to not wash my hair because I have really oily hair, or like a really oily scalp. So I try to make my hair kind of like stay less greasy by not washing it all the time. And I really like the clarifying shampoo because it does help like reduce that oil and grimy feeling. So when I use this, it is pretty harsh in like a good way. So I would say just really keep it focused on your roots, and my hair can seem a little less hydrated when I use this, but I combat that by using one of the Olaplex conditioners. So yeah, that really helps me out. That is my only hair recommendation for the sale this time because that's really the one product that I think is like a standout product for me. I did buy some IGK dry shampoo recently as well as the heat protector. I haven't really made up my mind about those products, so it's kind of like I'm not sure if I want to recommend them just yet. And then, you know, I of course have like the Dyson straightener and the Air Wrap, and I have a straightener from the Dry Bar and the blow dryer from the Dry Bar. So I have quite a few hair tools that I'm pretty sure I recommended in previous videos. So those are my 2 favorite hair tool brands if you're interested. But yeah, that's my only hair recommendation for this time around in the sale if you guys are looking for a good clarifying shampoo. Okay, next is skincare. So I have the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Cream on my list, and this isn't a product that launched this year, I don't believe, but I purchased it in the spring sale and I've been really enjoying it. I'm not really a skincare guru, so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I really like how the retinol helped with my under eyes. I feel like it helped with any kind of excessive like buildup because I definitely had like milia, and I notice long term when I use this particular eye cream, my milia goes away, or at least I just don't notice it as much. So maybe I'm just like conning myself, but I really enjoy the avocado eye cream from Glow Recipe. The only thing I hate is the packaging because you have to use this little spatula, and I just don't understand why skincare brands make such inconvenient packaging. They did come out with a new eye cream, and that's in a little pump bottle, so I really like that. I hope that they upgrade the packaging for the avocado eye cream the same way instead of having to use a spatula, but overall I feel like I see really good results with that Glow Recipe eye cream. Okay, the next thing is one I will recommend till the day I die. It's the Laneige Cream Skin Toner. I've bought bottles and bottles and bottles of this stuff, and I actually need to check my inventory to see if I have any backups because I'm getting to the end of one, and I usually like to stock up on a few of them during the sale time so that I can get to the next sale. So I typically go through about a bottle a month is kind of how it works. So I'm going to need to pick up quite a few of those if I don't have any backups. But I just love that product. I have pretty dry skin, and I just use that as my first step when it comes to my skincare routine day and night. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to recommend is kind of an oldie. No, it definitely is an oldie. It's not kind of an oldie, it's an oldie. And I never really understood the hype with the Bobbi Brown Enriched Vitamin E Face Base or whatever that product is called. But it was actually part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I think it had sold out or something. Anyway, I decided to buy it on Sephora because Sephora does the price match when you shop when Ulta does their 21 Days of Beauty. So I picked it up at Sephora, and I've actually really been enjoying it. I feel like it's very hydrating, and I've been wondering recently like if that's why my skin looks almost like greasy on camera sometimes. I feel like I've definitely had to powder more, and I'm like a little bit curious if it's like changing my dry skin to oily skin, but I feel like winter will be the true test for that. So I'll keep you guys posted, but overall it really feels very hydrating. I really like it. I was a little bit worried that it would like maybe break me out because it's such a heavy cream, but overall I really like it so far. Okay, so I wanted to get hair and skincare out of the way because I don't have those products with me. A lot of it's like upstairs in my bathroom and stuff like that. So next, let's talk about face products and lip products, and then we can talk about eyeshadow palettes. So of course I had to grab some face palettes. I had to show you guys the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette from Pillow Talk, and this is the medium deep, and I bought this full price on the Charlotte Tilbury website, but if you can score this on sale, I think it's a really pretty palette. I think this might be my favorite face palette that she's done. I feel like when her like nipple blushes were super in, I never felt like I had a shade that would really work with my skin tone. They always felt a little bit too light or a little too gray or a little too mauvey for me. So this is just like right up my alley because we have like two fiery blushes and then this really gorgeous like darker red shade. So stunning. It's like a brick color, and then the highlighter shade. So yeah, overall I think this is very tan girl friendly, and if you're interested, it's super cute. And then the other palette that I have to recommend for the face is of course the Tiger palette from Hourglass. This one I didn't want to buy because it takes me forever to like finish up an Hourglass palette, but you guys know me, I can't resist an orange blush, and I just thought this was probably some of the best packaging they've done since they started producing these, so I had to grab it, and I'm really enjoying it. So I think it's another great recommendation for the sale. All the shades work really well for me, so I think if you have a skin tone similar to mine, that one would be a really nice palette to pick up as well. And then the last face palette I think that I have for this recommendation video is the Patrick Ta blush palette. I have all of Patrick Ta's blushes, the individual ones as well. I bought the shade She's Blushing, I believe, at the start of the year, and I would recommend that if you're looking for an individual blush, but I also love this new blush palette. You guys know me, these are like my tones. This pink one's definitely not really my kind of color, but just because I'm not into it doesn't mean that you guys might not be. Overall, I just love these. I love collecting them. I don't know if they're gonna keep coming out with these, but if they do, I'm gonna keep buying them because I just love collecting their blushes. Okay, so those are the three face palettes I wanted to recommend during the sale. And then I wanted to recommend to you guys the Gucci blushes. Now this is kind of a fun little treat. I will say I feel like the shade that really works for me is this one called Warm Berry. Now, obviously, I'm not the darkest skin tone out there, but a lot of these blushes are very gently pigmented, so you really have to build them up, and I feel like this is the one that just works really well for me. I love the tone of this. It's a really pretty like brick red kind of berry mauve kind of shade. So yeah, the Gucci blushes are just a fun little splurge for the sale if you guys are interested in those. And then I wanted to recommend the Hourglass foundation. I feel like this is one of the best foundations. Well, I have 3 foundations that I think are the best foundations of this year. And as you can see, I've made quite a dent in this one. I will say I feel like this shade is going to be a little too orange for me for the winter time. So one of the things on my wish list, I'll tell you about it once we get to it. But yeah, very nice foundation. It just gives me like a soft focus look and I love it. It has like a blurring vibe for me and so good. So very, very happy to recommend that to you guys if you have dry skin. My other recommendation for foundation is the NARS. This is the, what is this one called? The NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and I have the shade Syracuse. A really nice foundation. Again, I wore this so much at the start of the year because it came out sometime in January, I believe, and it's so good. I haven't fallen in love with the NARS foundation since I tried, I guess, Sheer Glow, so this one was a fun addition to the NARS lineup, so very much love. And then a foundation that I didn't love at first, but after trying it a few times, I definitely love this foundation. This is a Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. They reformulated this and I wear the shade 3N42 in case you guys are wondering for shade match. I really like this. It's not like a super glowy foundation for me. I feel like it's a very, what is it? Not like, it's not matte and it's not, overly dewy, so it's very much like a normal like finish. What is that called? I'm totally blanking. It's not a satin, it's just like a very normal looking finish. I know there's a word, it's totally escaping me right now, but I really like this foundation. So beautiful and it is so long wearing, and those 3 are like my go-to. I think Makeup Forever is like my favorite. I have been told that I should try mixing the Hourglass and the Makeup Forever, so that's something I need to do as well. But if you're looking for solid foundation recommendations, those are the 3 that I've been loving this year so far. And they're all available at Sephora, of course. Okay, the next thing is, oh my gosh, this is like one of my favorite little underrated products from Sephora this year. It's the RMS blushes. Oh my gosh, I know these like kept selling out, so I don't know if they're as popular as they were when they launched, but these are so freaking beautiful. They're like a baked gelée blush and they're so glowy and stunning. I just grabbed 2 of the shades to show you guys. So Maiden's Blush, I wore a ton when I first got these, and this one is called Mai Tai. So, I mean, I feel like I don't even really have to tell you much why I love these. They're just so good. I highly recommend if you're looking for some more blushes. I feel like this is a very blush heavy recommendations video, but honestly, I've just been into eyeshadow palettes and blushes this year, so that's my main recommendation for the year. Okay, next we have the Huda concealer. I wasn't sure what to expect with this faux filter concealer, but I really like it. It's really nice for my under eyes. I, of course, had a child last year, still very young, and I don't always get a ton of sleep, so I definitely need a foolproof concealer, and I really like this one from Huda. I wear the shade Granola, which is 4.5G if you're interested, and yeah, I just like that it's long wearing. I really like the packaging too. I like that you can just kind of dot it on and get going. So that is one of my favorite concealers. And the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I feel like this one launched during the spring sale as well. I wear the shade TN3 and I've been using this one a ton ever since I got it. Again, really nice. It really helps with my under eyes, and yeah, solid concealer, great price. So highly recommend if you guys are interested in picking that up as well. Then the last thing for face is the cream bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. I have the shade 2. I think I bought shade 3 and I thought shade 2 worked really well for me. So this is what it looks like. I really, really like this. This might be one of my favorite cream bronzers. I also really like the Rare Beauty bronzer stick, but I think I've talked about that so much that I decided to recommend this one instead. I feel like this is so easy to blend and it works really well with a brush, and it just glides onto the skin and melts into your skin, which I personally love. So one of my favorite bronzers from Charlotte Tilbury. I also have the powder version. I just love her bronzer products. Okay, so now on to the lips. So the first thing I wanted to recommend is this Makeup Forever. This is a 24-hour wear like liquid lipstick, and I have the shade Toffee at All Hours. It's a really pretty nude shade, and yeah, I just feel like after I tried the Makeup Forever foundation, I've been really into trying their new products, and this is a really, really nice product. So highly recommend if you're into long wearing lip products. Then of course, one of my new favorite discoveries of 2020 are the Give Beauty matte lipsticks. I have 2 of them. I have Tragic Me and I have Lovable Me. I didn't think that Gwen Stefani would do anything special with her makeup line. I honestly thought it looked very bland when they first showed it. But my friend was raving about this formula and I was like, well, let me just give it a chance. So I bought 2 of them. I would love for her to expand this shade range. I would love a good like terracotta nude shade. Please, Gwen. Please, I hope the makeup gods can hear me. I hope Gwen Stefani hears me and makes more of these shades. But yeah, I don't have a ton of stuff from her. I just have the lipsticks and one of the lip glosses. And I really, really like the lipsticks. They're so, so nice and smooth. And then, of course, I wanted to mention my Laneige Glowy Balm. So I've talked, I think, on my channel about how I think their overnight mask is like overrated. People just love talking about the Laneige lip sleeping mask, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, I feel like it's good bang for your buck because you get quite a bit of product. But overall, I think it's kind of overhyped. It always made my lips feel drier than they should after using an overnight lip mask. And so I was very hesitant to try the glowy lip balm, but I'm glad I did. I actually really like it. I love that it comes in a little squeezy tube, that I don't have to stick my finger in the pot. So overall, I highly recommend that versus the lip sleeping mask. And then we have the Patrick Ta Major Volume Plumping Lip Gloss. I bought one of these during the last sale, and I'm not a big plumping lip gloss person, but this shade in Superficial is so, so pretty, so, so glossy. I really like this, which is pretty shocking because I'm really not a big like lip gloss person. This does have like a slight hint of cinnamon. It's nothing offensive. I don't know if I ever filmed myself trying the plumping glosses from Huda Beauty, but I tried the cool one and it felt like my lips were gonna fall off. So just not a fan of plumping lip glosses in general, but this one is super, super nice. I've contemplated buying more shades, but honestly, I need a lipstick like I need a hole in my head, so I am gonna hold back and just enjoy what I have. And then of course I have to recommend Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude lipsticks. I mean, any of these, as long as it's a shade you like. The formula is impeccable. It's so creamy, so nice. It's a little bit pricey, which I think the Sephora sale is a perfect time to pick them up. So I have a few of the limited edition shades, and then I bought the shade Sammy, which is like a really pretty nude shade for my skin tone. So if you guys are interested, I would recommend. And I really like the shade Amorosa, which is this one. So I have quite a few from limited edition collections, but yeah, I would say if you've been interested in these, it's a good time to try them out. Okay, and then the last thing I was going to recommend, Tower 28 launched new shades of their lip jellies. You guys know I love to collect them, and there's actually a new shade out that is in a duo. I'm assuming they'll release it as a single eventually. So I have my eye on that, but they're like my favorite glosses because they're so just like juicy and soft, and you can even really wear them as like a hydrating balm. So yeah, really, really enjoy Tower 28. And of course, I forgot to mention, because I got this in PR, but their mascara is amazing. I'm actually wearing it today. One of my favorite mascaras, which is shocking because I don't usually shop Sephora mascara. I usually try to stick to drugstore because I go through them quite fast, but definitely planning on picking one up during the Sephora sale because I really like this mascara. Okay, so now that I've covered lips and face, let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. So I feel like I tried really hard to give you guys some variety, but it's pretty slim as far as eyeshadows, because when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I feel like the indies really take the prize for me. So I don't have a ton of eyeshadow palette recommendations, but I thought I would give you guys a few just in case you wanted, you know, some inspiration. So I did grab the Melt Gemini palette because I think this is the Melt palette you should go for if you're interested in picking something up from Melt this holiday season. This is gorgeous. I just don't love the palettes they came out with for holiday. They're like, I don't know, what is it? The Bad Zodiac collection. It's just, I don't know. I feel like for the price point, you might as well splurge and grab one of their bigger palettes. This one launched, I think, earlier this year. It's Gemini 2, and it has like a very kind of fall vibe to it, to be honest. And then this one I just very recently tried. I don't think you can ever go wrong picking up a Huda palette, especially this one, because it's just like a great neutral palette. It's gonna work for you for date night, just like going out with friends, holiday events, work. Like, this is a good worker palette. So I think this is solid. I just really enjoy the Huda palettes that they launched for holiday, the bigger size ones. And then of course the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. This is a gorgeous palette. It does have a multi-chrome in it as well. So again, similar reasons to recommend as the Empowered palette. It's going to be a good one, whether it's for like a casual thing, working, date night, holiday events. Really, really solid, great formula. And then I wanted to recommend the Retro palette too, because I know a lot of you are into these like mauve tones, and why not? So yeah, very pretty. Is this like my favorite? No, but I know a lot of people love those tones. And then if you're feeling like spoiling yourself for the holiday season, I gotta recommend Mothership, and this is Mothership 10. Of course, I think you should watch, I have a rankings video where I rank all my Mothership palettes, except for this one, I think, because this one hadn't launched when I did that video, but this is a really pretty Mothership palette. I was not impressed when I saw it, but I don't know, Pat McGrath just pulls me in. So if you're wanting to treat yourself, you can check that one out. Otherwise, this is so, so fun. She finally gave us colorful mattes. We've been asking and asking and asking, and they're finally here. So this is her holiday eyeshadow palette, the, what is this, Celestial Nirvana Mega palette? Yeah. So, so pretty. Love this packaging. I'm going to pick these up every year as long as she keeps doing them. And the quality is great. Super, super pretty. Love the sparkly shadows in here. So yeah, I have looks with pretty much all of these palettes on my channel, so you definitely can look for them there. But those are kind of all my recommendations. I feel like I've been talking for quite some time, even though I purposely tried to make this short and sweet. And if you guys don't know what the heck I'm on about, I'm talking about the Sephora sale. It should be starting soon. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to post this video, so maybe the sale is starting like tomorrow when you're seeing this. I'll leave all the information down below, but let me just give you guys a quick summary. So on the 28th of October it starts, and the Rouge members get to shop first. So we get 20% off of a Sephora website until the 7th of November. And you also get 30% off Sephora collection. I think everyone gets that deal. And then you just use the code SAVINGS every time you place an order. And then 11/1, which is November 1, through the 7th, your VIB members get to shop and get 15% off. And then on the 3rd of November, you get 10% off if you're a insider. So you just basically get 2 different tiers depending on the points you have accumulated. And I don't know, I feel like I've been rouge ever since I started shopping on Sephora, but honestly, I feel like people say all the time that you can find better deals other places. I'm definitely a convenience type person. Like, first of all, it's how conveniently I can get the product, and then if I can get it at a discount, great. If not, if I still want it, of course I'm gonna buy it. So I understand different people shop the sale different ways. Of course, I appreciate you guys using my link because I do make a commission every time you use my links to shop the sale and stuff like that. Anytime you use any of my links that are affiliated, I will make a commission, and it really helps me out. So even if you don't want to use my link, use somebody's link anytime you shop. I shop through my links too because, hey, like, I'm buying stuff too. So yeah, that's a little secret. But anyway, let me tell you guys what's on my Sephora wish list, because I think you guys will be surprised that it's not that exciting. So I do have a few things on my loves list, but I've added most of the things that I really want to my cart just so I have an idea. So my number one thing that I really want during the Sephora sale is actually to pick up some more Pura Smart Home Fragrance diffusers. So I bought 2 of these last holiday. So I put one in our living room and I put one in our basement, and I kind of fell off and I stopped kind of using them. And then the other day I was just talking to my friends and they were talking about candles and they were wanting to buy candles, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I need to bring my Puras back. And so I put one in my living room, and I have this like amazing like orchard scent, and it just is putting me like in all the fall feelings. I think because in the fall time, especially where I live, we tend to like close our doors, and you know, there's not as much air circulating through my house. So I really enjoy the feeling of a diffuser because it makes it feel really cozy when you're smelling those scents. So really been enjoying the one in the living room. And then, I mean, this might be TMI, but poopy diapers, you know, those diaper genies, they just, after almost a year, it just does not contain the smell. So I actually moved the one in the basement to my daughter's room, and it's been fabulous. Oh my gosh, I love that there. So I want to get a new one for the basement, potentially ones for the bathrooms. I don't know, I just really love that freaking Pura system because I can control all of them on my phone. You can set it to like away mode, so when you leave the house, it's not just continuing to dispense product, which I don't feel like a lot of other brands, like the Wallflowers. I know people, camera just stopped filming, but I was going on and on about the Puras. So I love those. So if you guys are, you know, interested, they have these sets for the holiday. And so it's 85 bucks and you get like the thingy, and then you get 2 fragrances, like refills. So yeah, I definitely have my eye on that because I just love it. And then I have my eye on some replacement scents. So just want to pick up a few while I can on sale because they're pretty pricey. It's like $36 for the refills, but they do last quite some time, and you can like make them work by turning them off when you're not home and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the biggest thing on my list, honestly. It's a little bit pricey, so I figure I might as well grab it on a discount. And then I have Elise Brooklyn Apres, I don't know how to say this, Eau de Parfum Travel Spray. My friend Angie actually was telling me about this fragrance, and I smelled it in store, and I thought it was like the perfect winter scent without being like obnoxiously winter. So I might grab that, although I really don't need any fragrances right now because I still have a bunch that I want to try and use up. And then Tower 28 Dreamy Gleamy Holiday Lip Gloss Duo Set. So it has coconut in it, which I already own, but I really want this new shade, which is called Dream. And it's so pretty. It's like a shimmery, like orangey shade. So yeah, I really want to get my hands on that. I hope they sell it individually soon because I really don't want another coconut. Another thing I'm considering is the Glamnetic Brush On Nail Glue. I think Kelly Gooch talks about Glamnetic a lot, and yeah, I have a few like nails to try on, like press-on nails, so maybe I'll grab that. It's only $7, so I figured why not. And then I have Amanda from Unearthly Cosmetics. She's the owner. She has been recommending Lord Jones Acid Mantel Repair Moisturizer with 250 mg CBD and ceramides. I don't know. I was on a live stream and she was telling me the Honey Halo is like her favorite, and now she loves Lord Jones, and it's $75, so I figure let me get it with a discount, Amanda. And then I know Angie raves about the shade Terra from Benefit. It's the powder blushes, like their box blushes. Now, I need a blush like I need a hole in my head, but if Angie says something is good, then it piques my interest, and they do have it in a mini size, so it's $17, so I might grab it. And then we have the Tower 28 mascara. I want to grab a backup. I also want to grab the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow in Cinnamon Glow because it looks beautiful, and I love those little Moisture Glow products. And he launched a new shade every Monday, like a few weeks in a row in the summer, and all those shades came to Sephora, so I'm very, very excited. And then we have the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation in the shade 11. So I'm going to try a lighter shade because, like I said, I feel like the shade I have now is a little orange, so I don't love that for me. So yeah, that's kind of my main stuff that's in my basket at the moment. And then I have some things that are on like my wish list. One of the things I really want that keeps going out of stock is the Hourglass Phantom Glossy Lip Balm Duo. So I have my notifications set up for it. I think I saw it in store at my store at the mall. So maybe I'll just use the Sephora sale and pick it up in store, because I mean, like, it looks really beautiful. Kind of reminds me of those Tarte Maracuja lips that everybody's like freaking out about. So hopefully I can get that. Other than that, there's really nothing I'm like dying to own. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely showing that I've been shopping the Sephora sale for a while, because I remember like there were a few years where I was spending like $1,000 during the Sephora sale, which maybe not the best, but I was also talking to my friends about it, and I was like, well, you know, sometimes I would use the sale to buy like the Dyson Airwrap or the Dyson straightener, so I was spending more money at those times, but you don't buy a Dyson straightener every year at the Sephora sale, so maybe I'm feeling a little less like twirly when it comes to my money this year. I don't know, but I'm predicting that it's going to be a pretty tame sale for me unless a whole bunch of new things drop at Sephora. I'm feeling very satisfied with my makeup collection where it's at. Definitely looking at indie stuff, and yeah, I'm just very content right now, so we'll see how it goes. But that is it for this video. I'm so sorry for talking your ear off, but I hope it was helpful. Let me know what your recommendations are for the sale. What do you think I should check out? If there's anything I'm missing, you guys know I love hearing your recommendations. Let me know what you're planning on picking up, because it always inspires me to take a second look at my cart and things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys.